Alright, today we're going to install one of our braces to take some pictures. This is actually an odd man out brace because I ran out of material. So we're just going to be installing one. And again, this car has the old Tune Parts braces that we designed back in, 2007, I think. So anyway, we're going to be putting our brace on, just show you how easy it is to install. I'm going to jack up on the diff. And we'll put this thing on jack stands. Or maybe on ramps. Okay, so I've jacked up on the diff, and I'm just letting that diff kind of hang, because my goal here is to actually have a little bit of preload in the subframe. There's the Tune Parts brace. We're going to pop those off. We're using a 14mm socket, and I'm just going to use an impact driver to remove them. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. No, these are torqued like crazy, so I'm going to go grab a socket, pull these out. These were torqued way too tight. Way too tight. Oh, two-hand moment. Alright, here's the old brace. Half a pound. And the new brace. 0.44. So, a little bit lighter than the old one. Okay, so this is the hardware difference. Factory bolt is actually pretty good because it has this Keps washer that won't slide anywhere. And washers are really there to displace the torque force so that you actually aren't spinning the head and digging into the brace. You're just creating a force into the fastener. So to achieve that, we're going to do a little bit of a hybrid. So we've got a flange head bolt that is actually going to have a little bit wider displacement of the force, and then we're going to use this wavy stainless washer, and that's going to add a little bit of preload, but it's still going to allow it to slip as it comes in. And the other thing that you need to know is that this is kind of a self-guided, self-tapping bolt or screw, and so you really want to make sure that your threads are lined up, because if you strip them in the subframe, you won't be happy. So just thread these in by hand initially. These don't have that guide to self-center them, so just be careful when you're installing them. Okay, so I got these in place, and if you're not familiar with how to start a thread, sometimes you will actually turn it backwards. So we'll turn it backwards. And you'll feel it rise, and then you'll just feel it kind of settle. Right there, you'll feel it settle into the start of the thread, and that means that you're ready to go. So I'm just going to hand tighten these. This one's a little bit tight. So I have the static hole here. I have the slotted hole here because obviously there's more tolerance to move. And that slot is actually what's going to allow us to get the preload in this bar and stabilize things. And this is the bar that we're talking about. So we've got 50 Newton meters or 37 foot-pounds. And again, those bolts were ridiculously tight when I removed them. So we're going to get them back to the right factory spec. Alright. That is what 37 foot-pounds looks like. It's not a whole lot.